Hey everyone, this is Corinne Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host, your favorite girl. You're supposed to be checking me out all the time. Okay, let's get that straight. Broadcasting to you from Trinidad and Tobago. Ah, here I am again. A lovely day. Thankful to be here. I'm hanging out with Usher. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm hanging out with Usher. That's what I'm going to say. I'm hanging out with Usher.
yeah, man.
Because if I don't say that, I wouldn't be able to meet Usher in time. So I'm going to claim it that it's Usher I'm hanging with. That's how we work. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. But Usher is going to be pretending right now to be Sir Rod Patterson.
Patterson.
So I'm going to
Yay!
call him Rod instead of Usher right now. I'm kind of interchanging.
That
Okay.
will work. That will work.
And this is the first recording in the series, Saluting Dads. I decided that I wanted to really help change the landscape, the perception, the negative perception about men. Now, you know, I'm a woman, that's a man, at least that's what we're saying today. And so, you know, I've been hearing negative things about men. We women know we bash men. Don't pretend we bash men. And men bash women. Let's be real here. We do it. We love them, but we hate them. And we love to hate them and we hate to love them. Okay, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Okay, we can't do without them, even though we say we could do without them, we could do without them, but you know, yeah, there are times when we reach out and dump them and then call them back, you know, kind of thing. That's all right, that's okay. So Rod is here to start us off as the first in the series of Saluting Dads. It was Father's Day the other day, June 19th, and you know, I am doing this as my way of giving back, to teach the ladies how to treat their men, to teach the ladies how to grow their men, because, you know, we are the ones that give birth to these men. And it's our responsibility to teach our men how to be men. And it's also good for the fathers to step up, of course, to teach their men how to be men. And so I have a young man here. I mean, he's going to go back a little in history. This is supposed to be a 15-minute interview, so it's going to be short and sweet and to the point, because I'm doing back-to-back recordings with these guys. I'm hanging with the guys today. I mean, all you women, you should be jealous. So I'm hanging with the guys today. So Rod.
Yes.
You, before we came on air and started recording, I said to you, you're young and you come in to tell me you have grandchildren. No, it's either you're lying, you're either lying or you started at age 2. You cannot be a grandfather and looking the way you do. You can't.
I am a grandfather.
No.
Yes.
Where is your ID? Where is your birth certificate? You need to prove.
I've been stuck at 35 for about 20 years now.
I like you already. I'm just 25. Yeah. That's what it is. With a 23-year-old and a 15-year-old. Do the math.
There you go. But I had my first in 84.
Okay.
So I was 18. So y'all do the math.
If they could do the math. So
Yes.
why at 18? Are you crazy? Shouldn't you be going to school? What is wrong with you, Rod?
I was one half of a teen pregnancy situation. She was 16 and I was 17. I was only 18 for 3 days when my daughter was born back in 84. I thought I was grown.
So let's go back to that. That's a great starting point for dads. You became a dad at 18. How has that transformed your life? What would you say to persons who are young listening to this about being a father at that age? If you were to turn back the clock, what would you say? Would you change anything?
I wouldn't change anything. Actually, I think it saved my life because as a young guy who was a musician out doing music and everything, my baby's mother, if you will, the mother of my children, she was one to make a man be responsible. So she immediately put me on child support.
Damn.
And because of that, I couldn't just go out and make other babies. I had to go, either you had to get a job or go to jail.
I need to meet her. Is she still around?
I hated her at the time, but later on I went and thanked her because it made me grow up. And it also kept me from trying to make other babies.
Wow. So she's like, you got me pregnant, you better step up.
Damn. I tell people, we were signing child support papers when she was 9 months pregnant. She hadn't even had the baby yet.
Damn. I like her. So she straightened you out from the get-go.
Yeah, she went on to get a doctor's degree. So she's
oh,
yeah,
now.
she's
So
real smart.
is she the same one you're with now, or is somebody else into your life?
No, she's a previous litigation.
Okay, then we're not going there. That's for another show. So
yeah, we did a lot of dating in court. We did a lot of
dating.
dating.
Okay, so for young dads, I mean, I hope you're not going to be saying that you're going to encourage people to be young dads just because
Oh no,
yours turned out to be that way.
No, I mean, I end up, like I said, I think the steps of a good man is ordered. So I think everything was kind of divinely set up for me.
Yeah.
But traditionally, I think the father needs to be in the kids' lives. And I think my father's in my life. Mm-hmm. And I can't imagine growing up without one. Mm-hmm. But I can also, when I go out and I do public speaking, and I'm a motivational speaker, and
right.
I have kids come up to me and ask me, kids I don't even know, come up and say, will you be my dad?
Damn.
Will you be my father? I'm like, wow. So
why are they asking that? Why are they asking that, Rod? Why?
What is that kid's home situation like that they would ask a stranger to be their father?
Wow.
So it's real. So fathers are needed. Definitely.
But when you say fathers are needed, what do you think is missing? I mean, I find women have to hold on to so many things. They have to be the mother, the father. It's like the men are not really stepping up to. I don't know. It's like they don't know how to be a father. They think being a father is just biological. You sleep with a woman, it's like you're just a sperm donor. But it's so much more than that, Rod. And I want you to really be real on this show. Come out and say what a father's supposed to be doing. What is your child looking for? You were a child at one point. I mean, put yourself in the position. You were a child at one point, and there are things that you would have gone through with your own parents and say, I wish if I had, my father was probably the next door neighbor too. Or you would have seen your friend's parents, how they related to your friend, and you would want that. So I don't understand. You're seeing the things around you, or are you just ignoring it as a man? Or you are afraid to step up? Or you find it makes you too vulnerable, weak. The perception of a man is that, you're supposed to be like, Thor, whatever. I'm like, what the hell?
Right. If somebody asked you to do advanced trigonometry, mm-hmm. and they just throw the book in front of you, would you know how to do it just from zero?
I'll throw the book back.
You would throw the book back. Exactly. And what you just hit it on the head. A lot of these men don't know how to be men. So you got to understand, back in 1984, something happened in the Black household that hadn't happened before, that slavery couldn't do, Jim Crow laws, all the oppressions blacks were under. Mm-hmm. Crack cocaine came on the scene. And what crack cocaine was able to do is take the black mother out of the household. Mm-hmm. And you had little kids raising their siblings, mm-hmm. and so on and so on. And the fathers were being incarcerated or killed. Mm-hmm. So you had kids raising kids, fathers being absent out of the house, mm-hmm. or being killed. And you got 3 generations of that. So simply the guys don't know how to be men. See, I was born in the 60s. I had my father in the household. I had my granddad, mm-hmm. my uncles. I had men around the house. Mm-hmm. My dad went and did construction for 32 years in Florida. Mm-hmm. And every time I think I have a rough day, I think about him working. Mm-hmm. And every time I think I'm tired, I say, no, I'm not tired. I know what tired is. Yeah. And so the men simply need mentors. They need someone to, either if they can't find someone physically, they need to find someone online to follow, mm-hmm. or something. And then they're going to have to change their environment. See, I tell, especially our people, we're being infected with something called hood disease. Mm-hmm. And that is something basically is a mentality. Mm-hmm. And it's a negative view of women and cussing, mm-hmm. and smoking, and drinking, and all those things are acceptable in the hood. Mm-hmm. But also same things that are a detriment. It's the same thing. It's just what you look at the evening news. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is what you're getting.
Yeah. The media, it paints a bad picture of men as well. And women who have been hurt in relationships also, perpetuate a bad image. And I think there needs to be a balance between the woman and the men. You know, not because you've been through a bad experience, you just like cast out all the men. I was talking to a guy the other day because I'm learning. I'm in a point of learning about men. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm on a mission. Learning about men because women are.
I'm trying to learn women. I've been married for 23 years and I still don't know her.
Right? Well, we know this is a forever till death do us part kind of thing. Learning, you know. And I'm like, I'm talking to guys because I'm like, it seemed as if somehow I was thrown into trying to understand how men think. I thought I understood, but they just think so much differently. So I'm reading, going on YouTube videos, I'm talking to men, and they're like, Corinne, this is not what he's thinking. And I'm like, how the hell you mean that's not what he's thinking? What? And then they just come up with something, you know, this guy would come up with something totally out of context. I'm like, how the hell did you get to that? How could the man be thinking this way?
Well, you know, men and women communicate differently, you know.
Yeah, they not only communicate, they just, everything about them is just so different. And I'm like, how do we come to a point of language, understanding, you know, just like John Gray's book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. It's like, you know,
yes.
What the hell is going on? How do we bridge that two planets in the universe? Where do we connect so that we can understand each other?
Well, I just think you got to look at the foundation, see where, like, I think men are basically fixers. If you tell your man you got a problem, he want to go and fix that problem. He don't want to talk about it. He don't want to feel about it.
What?
He don't want to love about it. He just want to go fix the problem.
But you have to talk about it. You have to talk about it.
Women like to sprinkle feelings on it. Everything's about feelings.
Of course.
It's about
Yeah. But we are nurturers. We are the pinnacle of love. We are walking, talking love. What is wrong with you guys?
Men express their love through their actions. It's like, hey, you say, hey, my car is broke. I'm going to go out and fix your car.
Some of them don't express that. Don't try that. Don't try. Their actions, sometimes their actions don't even show love. They don't show love. And you're like, what is he trying to say?
Then they're telling you how they feel. Because if a man really loves you, he's going to take care of you.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Yeah.
I'm like Steve Harvey on that. A man only going to change for one woman. Only one. All the other ones, he might play games. But the one, if you say go to the moon and get me a moon rock, he gonna figure it out.
No, I don't know. I love how, as you mentioned, Steve Harvey. Steve has come a long way in terms of learning about women and about relationships. And it is not an overnight thing. And I think, you know what, as a woman, I'm telling you as a woman, it is very admirable when a man is able to be vulnerable. When a man is able to speak his mind, to open himself, to wear his feelings on his sleeves and tell you, this is how he feels, this is what he wants. A woman will, oh my God, she will just melt for that. But when you try to pretend to be tough and inside you're really gooey and cheesy and melty, don't do that. Just be real.
Now, on some notes, you know, some men, you know, I think I've been married 23 years. I think she's never seen me cry. She saw me cry once at my mother's funeral. At my mother's funeral. That's about it. I don't cry.
Why?
I don't know. It's just, I've never seen my father cry.
Oh, you see, and that's the thing. Because
it's a man thing.
You emulate what you see. And you feel this is the standard. But there's nothing, it's not a sign of weakness when a man is able to wear his emotions out there.
No, I'm not saying it is a sign. I salute any man that can just let it out like that. But it'll be snot and all that stuff. Yeah. No,
I can't. we have seen Steve Harvey really get emotional on TV. I mean, international TV. That man, he doesn't hesitate to break down. You know, when he's with Marjorie and his kids, I mean, if you really want to see him break down, my God, that's where it's at for him. But, you know, and for fathers, I mean, we're using Steve Harvey as an example because we have seen the transformation of Steve from being a comedian on the stage to where he
Yes.
is now. And I mean, I am so proud of him as a Black man, as a father, as a husband, as a lover, as somebody who is a mentor, role model and mentor for a lot of men and women too, because a lot of women come to him for help.
Oh,
So
yes.
yeah.
I promise you, though, I will break down one day. If I look at my bank account and it looked like Steve Harvey's, I'm going to start crying.
Oh, you're going to cry? Please call me. Call me before you go to the bank.
On national TV, I'm going to cry.
That's something worth crying for. So let's talk to the woman here. What it is that we want to teach or share with the women, Rod, for them to be able to have more respect for the men, more empathy for the men, to start understanding their man. And it's not only their man, meaning the man that they're with, in a relationship with. It could be their father, it could be their uncle, it could be a friend, it could be a neighbor, it could be a colleague at work. How can we as women be able to salute our men, salute our dads? And dads is our biological dad, the father of your children, you know, just dads. Even if it's not biological, adopted children. How can we as women help to change that perception? What do we need to do?
For me, I feel from all the brothers that I speak with, what would go 1,000 miles for a man is your support. If you support, I don't care what he's in. If he's just raking grass and that's his profession and that's what he want to do, you come out there and say, baby, you raking that grass like I never seen anybody rake that grass before. Are you the best grass raker?
Yeah.
That right there will put that man on cloud 9. He'll start raking real quick. Yeah. So support. I think support is more than anything. And sometimes it's hard. It feels like sometimes the man is against the world. And when you come back home, you just want to talk to the woman and say, hey, baby, it's real out here. And she say, baby, but you can do it. If anybody can do it, I know you can do it.
But there are some women who are doing that. I am sure there are some women who are doing that. And like, it's still not enough. You know, it's like how it comes back to the Mars Venus thing. You're treating your man good. You think you're doing right. You're asking him how was his day. And sometimes they bite at you. You're like, how do you communicate? What to say? It's like a woman, you're confused. What to do? I'm not saying that there are some women who really bite at their man where they go, what took you so long? I thought you were supposed to pick me up, kind of a thing. You know, we're supposed to have dinner tonight. You're coming to tell me what? You're going up with the boys? You know, what?
Like I would tell my daughter, a man is going to tell you how he's really feeling. If you're doing all the right things and he's still being a jerk or not there, then maybe he's not into you. Maybe there's something else going on, an underlying thing. But if a man loves you, if he loves you, he gonna bend. He's gonna cooperate. He's gonna find a way to make it work. Yeah. I mean, being married 23 years, it ain't all lovey-dovey and roses. Yeah. But I never made her cry. I ain't never made her, break her heart with another woman or something like that. Just pressure. If you love somebody, you don't want to do that. Yeah. I mean, and you'll say, hey, that's going to crush her if she finds out this or that. So I don't know. It comes back to the man for me because I really believe he's the head. Yeah. Nothing wrong with women because sometimes the women have better brains than a guy, but somebody has to lead. Yeah. And ultimately, I think the woman wants that man to lead. Of course. We want a strong man. And I'm glad you said that. We want a strong man. I mean, it's coming back to that sort of cave thing. You want that man with the thing, you hold this thing and he's protecting you. You want a man. And sometimes the men are not stepping up. And we as women have to just jump in there and take over. And then they say, oh, we're treating you guys like children. Somebody need to step up. You're not. So I need to step in. But I don't want somebody to. Don't. But I don't want to step in. I want you to step up. I want you. I want to be proud. I want to say, that's my man. I want to say, that's my guy. And, I'll reward you for that later. So, but. I say this all the time. You can yell. We got a little dog here. I can yell at that dog all day long to meow and be a cat. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be a dog. Yeah. So if it ain't in me to do it, you could prompt him, you could cook him meals every day, you could support him. But if he ain't into you and he's just buying time or just using you, it ain't gonna work. And like Maya Angelou said, once somebody show you who they really are, believe them. They ain't joking.
Oh wow. That's a really great way to end the show. I mean, it's 15 minutes and I think we've gone over time, but this is juicy.
All right.
This is juicy. So Rod Patterson. Oh my God, this has been great. We need to do this. I mean, there's so much. I want to share your website before we go. I mean, we didn't get to do that. But let me just do a quick share of the screen. Show you looking like Usher here. See it.
Hey.
Yay. Show you looking like.
Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me.
I'm telling you. I mean, Usher is my guy. I mean, that guy is just sexy. It's a good thing he's not here right now. So that's you, so Rod. See, you just look like Usher. This is just so awesome.
Well,
so
thank you.
Want to reach out to you, and I know you have your book. You're working with youth. You're speaking at schools. You're doing so much. You're dancing.
Yeah, dance. I sing, and I sing to the elderly. I do a lot of stuff. God's given me a lot of talent.
Oh yeah, you better make sure you use it. You better make sure you use it. This is awesome. So Rod, thank you so much for
thank you for having me, and I would love to be a guest again. So
of course, reach out to me. We're gonna be in contact, so reach out to me. You know how to get me. I mean, my number, everything. I'm just online. You just reach out to me, and I'm gonna also.
You be nice to those other fathers now.
Yeah, this is a good job. Okay, I'll try. I'm gonna.
Guys, call me.
Right? You see what I'm saying? The brotherhood, the man code. You see how you guys operate? Yeah. I know. It's okay. I'm gonna call upon my girls. You don't worry. I got the girls. So Rod, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing your energy, your wisdom, your experience with us today. I have lots of other men to talk to, so I gotta leave you right now.
All right. Well, you take care and you be blessed.
You too.
Bye.